I plan to buy your most personal belongings when they up for auction. Man, truth be told, I think about it often. The petty king, the petty king.
Drake signed a bad contract because he wanted to destroy Kanye West. See, what Drake doesn't understand is that Drake was sent on a dummy mission. Yes, a dummy mission. Because the industry wanted to kill two birds with one stone. They wanted to kill Drake and they wanted to kill Kanye West. See, there was a lot of talk before the signing of this bad contract that if Drake was to go independent, he would destroy the music industry. And even though Kanye West is a name that got some stain on it right now, there was a lot of things that led up to this. And I'm not here in an attempt to explain it. I'm here to just show y'all why we are here in 2025. You go back and look at my track record. I'm tried and true. A lot of this comes from my conspiracy theory brain. See, right now it's about 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning. Because of my daughter's condition, I wake up in the middle of the night and I think I hear her, but also I hear my thoughts rushing to me, saying all of these things that come to me. It's like, hey man, say this, say this, say this. This is the truth. This is the truth. I get these waves because the universe is listening and the universe is speaking and I hear the waves. I get the transmission sent to me. And right now I just got off of an APSA and a Thought Crimes video at about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. It's never good because as a conspiracy theorist, and I wouldn't even consider myself a conspiracy theorist because that term was created by the CIA in order to disprove the questionable assassination of a president. No, not that. I'm a conspiracy theorist in the form of I actually question the narratives that are given to me because that's what you're supposed to do. Most of the time I'm right. You know, I was around YouTube when they really had good information out there, when they did the first banning and they did the first blocking, takedown of certain channels in around 2010, 2011, 2012. I was early YouTube, and I know a lot of people like to say YouTube University, but it really woke up a generation of people to start questioning differently. And then, you know, you go down the right paths and you find real people, you find real information, and you do the groundwork. And Drake and Kanye sent off a lot of alarm bells. Lupe Fiasco as well. These are, I like behind the scenes shit. I'm the behind the scenes motherfucker. I like to know how movies were made. Right now, I'm trying to figure out who blocked Fippa T's Affirmation. Who blocked that song? Hype Me Up. Who blocked that song from radio? Because there's no reason that shouldn't. But that's neither here nor there. But that's just how I think. So as I'm up listening to this APSA, as I'm up listening to this Thought Crimes, a video that I created already. I really have a 19-minute video of this. It started to come to me more. And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to work through it. Because there's no script. I'm getting this from the ethers. I'm getting this from the heavens. The whole Kanye and Drake saga is something that a lot of people missed because Kanye was falling out the favor with the industry. But Kanye was trying to get Drake to destroy the industry by going independent, but Drake's ego got in the way. And when I started to really piece things together was at the death of XXXTentacion. See, I've already had been looking at Drake and his rise to the top. Very funny. Questionable pen, allowed to do all of these different things that nobody's ever done in history, allowed to block Pusha T's diss records and position his diss record as the more views. I just started looking at him weird. I mean, there is a court case out there. I don't know. I haven't heard about it in a while, but there's been court stuff, legal proceedings. You know, Drake loved legal proceedings. He loved that. So, hey, everything I'm saying here is allegedly. If not for nothing, he definitely played into it. He definitely played into I did something or I had something to do with it. It was all over the music. You'd be a fool to think that it wasn't alluded to or wasn't played with. When I really started to piece things together was on Armata.
Look at my history. I'm trying to see what's different from that guy in the rich and me.
I find it funny that Drake's lyrics are coming back to bite him. When I say the industry literally sent him on a dummy mission to destroy Kanye, but they were getting two birds with one stone, those are Drake's lyrics.
Now, this Epstein angle was the shit I expected.
See, Drake thinks he's being honest. Drake thinks he's being genuine, but we all know something is feeding him. That machine is feeding him. Shout out to Glasses. I was just listening to a Spaces where Glasses, the homie Dog Ninja, and they was all there and they have a good time. My daughter woke me up. The ethers woke me up. Kendrick and the Clips woke me up.
Motherfucking Clips in the house tonight.
I just went to sleep because the Brick by Brick 4s was a bad release. If you know, you know. If you're a sneakerhead, you know. I went to sleep early today on a Saturday. Usually I'm up editing, but at about 1 o'clock I woke up. I jumped in on the Spaces and Glass was like, that man is an assembly line. He's making Toyotas and Civics. He's making cheap shit. Kendrick is making a GNX, a custom built car that's going to take a little bit. That being said, Drake is an assembly line. He has a machine working with him, and they've been feeding him things that he didn't even know was going to be used to destroy him.
We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information.
And when you look at this Armata, I realized, oh wow, Drake's disdain and hatred for Kanye, Kendrick, and all his ops is why he was swindled into that deal. And on these lyrics here, I mean the whole Armata, go look at it. Drake starts off the verse saying, look at my history. I'm trying to see what's different from that guy in the richer me. Only thing I see is custom owls from Tiffany and some gunners that'll hit you out of nowhere like epiphany. See, he played into this mafioso boss. That's what Armata means. The code of silence that gangsters take to keep things in the streets and to never snitch. Right before the verse end, he gave me the gems that I needed even back then to understand, oh, this guy is not going independent, because I was very curious. I was very curious to see what Drake was going to do around this time. Going independent, he's going to destroy the industry. Here is where he gets wrong. Here is where his ego plays in, and he's not as smart as he likes to. Well, he always tells you he's not that smart in his lyrics, and he kind of tells you right here. So let's go to these lyrics. He says, I was never on the path to get into Cambridge. I mean, I was good at doing math, but I'm better with language. Borderline dangerous. Approach with caution. I plan to buy your most personal belongings when they're up for auction. Man, truth be told, I think about it often. The petty king, the overseer of many things. The petty king. He is the self-proclaimed petty king. I plan to buy your most personal belongings when they're up for auction. He did this with Pharrell and Pusha T. He had a song that Lil Yachty wrote, Jumping on the Jumbotron, a Lil Yachty pen song, and in the video, he's acting like he took Pharrell's chains off his neck. He's acting as if he snatched him when he bought him in the auction. And I think even that was a setup. I believe that Drake does not understand chess as a chess player who's just now getting back in. Justin Hunt, I'm coming for you. As a chess player who's just now getting in to learn strategy. See, I was just a random chess player. I just understood how to kind of flee when I was younger. I kind of understood how to, even when I was a wrestler, I just understood how to sprawl. I just had good defense. I understood how to get away. As I'm getting older, I'm starting to learn strategy. What I'm realizing is the best strategists are way ahead. They're 10 steps ahead. They know your move before you make a move. And back in the days, I would just know my move. Now I'm starting to understand my enemy's moves and their tactics. I even think that was a play. You see, he bought the chains and then he's flaunting them off. Come back and get Pharrell's legacy out of my house. This is what he's doing. Right here, he says it. I plan to buy your most personal belongings when they're up for auction. He was talking to Kanye. At the time, Kanye was still trying to figure it out. And I feel as though there was a time where people thought Kanye was going to go broke, or Kanye didn't have the favor of the industry, and there was a plan to stop him. Drake knew that plan. And so Drake thought he was going to succeed in that plan. But the industry just wanted him to hate Kanye so he wouldn't go indie and they can own the game. See, what people don't understand about lazy people is usually they're the smartest person in the room, because a lazy person will go out their way to not work and to continue to be lazy. And that's what we're dealing with. See, a lot of what Kanye put down was very, very potent. A lot of what Kanye has said, I heard on corners way back in the day, but that's because I'm from Harlem. I stopped and I listened to the dudes on the corner before it became Dr. Umar memes. I listened to these brothers. When Earl says I'm on a corner like this, I stayed on them corners. Ask my mother. Go ask her. This boy always tried to say it was a problem with the train. I was outside seeking information, seeking knowledge. I was left. No family, no friends. I had to figure it out on my own. And one thing I knew, what Kanye started saying certain things, I knew where we would be today. I knew that those things weren't going to be popular. In this whole beef, I could kind of tell, go back. Look, I'm not on those discords. I'm not stealing people content. I'm original. And I pride myself in being original because the ethers is giving this to me. I'm being woken up by thoughts that I can't sleep with. And so a lot of the information that I've been given, the Great Reset, everybody's trying to switch it up. I called it the Great Reset. They calling it the Shift. I put this thumbnail, they using that thumbnail. Called it a war between corporations and culture, which is spiritual. They call it, they're just remixing everything I did. A lot of people are wondering, why? Because I'm literally getting things from the ethers and I'm giving it to y'all. And I know how to make it funny. My editing, this is research, editing, and knowledge. And sometimes I ain't always right, because a lot of it is just me being a conspiracy theorist and questioning. I've been playing this out for a long time. You want to know the truth about the XXX thing? Look at Kanye and Kim when they were beefing with Drake and they were saying things online, because Drake was very much alluding to being this mafioso and sending people demon emojis. It's all there. I watched the whole XXX thing play out. A lot of people don't understand why Toronto disrespect Drake sometimes, because the whole God Plans video was two birds with one stone. Kanye didn't want to give me Lift Yourself. XXX is calling me out. So I'm going to go to Miami, Broward County. I'm going to go to his city, in his environment, give away $1 million. Since you want to do this helping hand challenge, a lot of this stuff I watched play out. I didn't have to watch Thought Crime. You can go back and you can look at some of my tweets. Type in some of my tweets. I had to delete some so people don't think I'm crazy. I've been on the back soaking up game and information my whole life. This is not something I have to be online. This is something I had to do so my wife don't have to hear about it. So I don't have to be sweaty in her ears telling her all this stuff that is starting to come true to this day. Called out Drake long time ago. 21, can you do so? I called that out a long time ago. But see, we are at war. And once you understand where the war bells started ringing, I started hearing the war bells. I always hear things way before other people. And this Amata, look at it. Go watch this. Go read the lyrics. Go listen to Drake's lyrics. Go listen to when he's rapping. Whoever's feeding him information, whoever's that machine that's behind him, they're manipulating him.
I'm way too famous for the shit you just suggested, but that's not the lesson.
That's why the Heart Part 6 was so terrible. He thought he had something because he was being fed information. He was getting false signals. See, he thought him and the labels was Shaq and Kobe. This is coming out his own mouth. But what he did not know is nobody beats the Wiz. Nobody beats the music industry. You don't beat the machine. You can chip away at it, but you don't just own and dominate the machine. That was never the goal. The goal of a contract is to win it. And they've been busting his ass for a long time. I was never on the path to Cambridge. I mean, I was good at doing math, but I'm better with language. And what he cannot hear and what he cannot see is that they played him. Had Drake went indie, it would be a totally different landscape right now. So when Kendrick says, this a long life battle with yourself, you lied on the only artist that can offer you some help. When Kendrick says you lied on the only artist that can offer you some help, he's not talking about himself. I ain't never liked you. But if you go back to Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, he said, when Kanye got back with Drake, I was slightly confused. I guess I'm not mature as I think, got some healing to do. What he's saying is, I don't like your ass for less. You disrespected Kanye at every given opportunity. The beef is very documented. Every song Drake got on, he kept picking at him. Don't wear no 350s around me. Hopping on the stage with the Opps, that was for Jazz Prince. He was digging at Kanye for years, alluding to sleeping with his wife. Drove that man crazy. I think the man was already crazy. Definitely think he needs some help, and it's a reason why I don't dig on him. Yes, he my favorite artist. Have you not talked to Stephen A. Smith and all of the people that do have journalistic integrity? They still got favorites. They still got things they don't want to touch on out of respect. And even though I'm not here to defend Kanye in the 2025, because what he did with Jay-Z and Beyonce kids is unforgivable for me. So much so that Beyonce had to bring her lovely daughter out on stage to show the world F you, to show the Kanyes of the world F you. You will not dominate my story. And I'm not even a Jay-Z and Beyonce fan like that. I was a Kanye guy. I chose Dame. But as you get older, you start to realize nobody's right. And people will do anything to protect their family. When you got little ones that look after you, and you got little ones that give you them hugs that make you not go to certain places and crash out, you understand what you're willing to do for them. I can't respect Ye in 2025, but I can respect a Kanye who laid down the framework that I believe Kendrick built upon in order to take this guy down. Kanye's a contrarian. He switches with the wind. He was disrespecting Diddy, then he helped Diddy's son do a whole thing. And maybe some way in his heart, he feels as though it was a part of his mission to, I don't know. That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm not here to explain the moves of Kanye. I'm here to explain what made Kanye go crazy as far as the music industry. You gotta understand, Kanye was still on top of the world. Even after the MAGA hat, we forgave him. I mean, we had to. I mean, it's a lot of our favorites kind of like buddying up with him, coddling up to that guy still to this day, even after all the shit he's done. Gotta get your mans out of jail. You feel what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta be the spook who's set by the door. That was all the rappers' favorites. They all love me. Now they hate me. Sleepy Joe. What I'm trying to say to you is Drake's ego is what got him in that bad contract. Drake's ego is what made him think he could beat Kendrick Lamar in a rap battle, even though he was at a time of vulnerability, right? You're renegotiating. You should chill the hell out. You should have went on that break that you said you was going on. But that man's ego is something nasty. That man's ego is something disgusting. It's because he's not like us. See, the one thing about me is I hide a lot and I chill back and I peel back a lot of what I really want to say, and I try to censor myself because I have grown up in this self-censorship thing, and it's because I have decorum. I have couth. I have people that I love and care about. So I don't come on here and just say all my raw thought, and I haven't really figured out how to work my Patreon, how to, you know what I mean? I haven't really figured out that yet, and nor do I want to be having 42 different YouTubes and 42 different Patreon. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to be genuine and real and honest. And I honestly think Drake's ego, his want to destroy his competition, is the very thing that led to self-destruction. It happens all the time. Listening to Absa and listening to Thought Crimes, fired up, because these are the conversations I like. You can go back into Thought Crimes comments. I'll be in them. When there was no light, when there was no hope for me, I was very reckless with my knowledge and with my information. But as I've gotten older and as I've started to see I have children, I have something to live for and something to die for, I'm very more reserved. Omata, it's all there. All the information that you need is there on Drake. It's all in the music. Whatever machine that was helping him pump out the fast food was throwing subliminals in there. And I think even now Drake is starting to realize the length that he has been set up. He's lashing out at stake. He's lashing out all over the place. I said he's bleeding. He don't know where to go for healing because he's made so many enemies. He don't know who to trust. He's a cash cow, and they're going to continue to skin him until there's nothing left. And that's the sad part, because guess who's going to still protect him? Guess who's going to give him bail? Guess who's going to love him? Kendrick Lamar. And see, that's the duality in all of this. That's the love in all of this. And I hope that people see that for me, as I am out here dolo. My brother's 5 years older than me, and I got to make sure he get right. My mother's about to retire. She coming to me, the youngest, to figure out how to retire, how to buy land. And so as I'm trying to figure out how to get this big bag, because I got a lot of making up to do. I hope people give me the same grace that Kendrick has been giving Drake, because that's what's happening right now, and he knows it. Because if there was a button to be pressed, Kendrick would have pressed it. But see, Kendrick is having fun because Kendrick has been healing. How far you want to take it? Drake is taking it real far. And maybe there's a side of him and Kanye that are very similar, to where they're tired. They're almost begging for people to come send for them at this point. And I'm just speculating. This is all alleged. This is just me, sweaty, middle of the night, 5 o'clock in the morning, piecing things together that maybe shouldn't be pieced together, right? Dave Chappelle, they're trying to kill me, right? I listen. And even though I love the industry, I ain't stupid. I know what it can do to you. I know what people can do to you. If you worked in any job, you know what can happen if you be dumb and think that you're going to save the place by yourself and work harder than everybody and get the promotion. Nope. Smarter, not harder. Value. Not how much hours you can work. How much impact do you have? And so as I leave y'all with just my raw thoughts, how do y'all feel about this? Do y'all get what I'm saying? See, a lot of truth is right in your face. You just can't really taste it yet. Your taste buds ain't really able to grasp what you're eating or what's going on. Sometimes it takes years for people to really awake to what was being said and what was being done. And so, as there's been all of these theories and all of these speculations, X on the 30 yard line, all of this stuff, it's all about what you think and how you feel. And that's what the comment section is for. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. The conversation continues with you. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell so you'll be notified whenever I release a video. Donate to this Cash App if you want to help the channel over here. Anything's appreciated. I'm ready to go to war, but I don't have my money up. So videos like this, I can't really give you all the time because I'm still vulnerable. So join to be a member. Link is in the description. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I appreciate you. Read my soul. I'm out of here. Peace.